Hello, model car builders. This is the Novice Builder. I hope this video finds you well and safe. Sharing with you a build. This is my 69 Ford Torino Cobra Fastback from AMT. With this particular build, I went with this Folklore acrylic. This is a light blue sapphire. I've done some darker blue sapphires, but this one's a little lighter. And this particular brand has these little diamonds on top. I guess it's because it's to indicate that they're metallics. Not really sure, but a few of these that I've purchased have this little diamond on the top, I gather. It's to indicate they're metallics, but anyway, had good results with it. I think it came out nice. I think I also used the Revell acrylic clear coat on it because I recall when I buffed this paint job out, I actually peeled off a little bit of the clear coat on the top. It's hard to say, but you can see it right there where the little bit of the clear coat peeled off because I did try to wet sand this with those pads and had to fix that up a little. That's the only area that I had that issue with. But for the most part, I like the results. This is a really basic kit. I was kind of had to chuckle on how basic this kit is from AMT. It doesn't have a lot of parts to it. I'll show you what I mean briefly underneath. For example, all the, I think it did have the exhaust, but like the axles, the shocks, the spring, leaf springs, those were all molded in. I just left them black. I could have painted them, but I just left them, forgive me. Let me straighten that out a bit. I just left them black, the leaf springs and the axle and shocks. I tried to paint them as best I could, but very, very basic kit. And it doesn't have, I think the rear has an axle, the front has some pins that you use to insert the tire, where you insert for the tire mounts. On the front, try to duplicate the Ford blue on that on the front end of the car. But when I was actually done, I actually liked my results. I was pretty happy with it. I went with a light blue interior on this. Really like that. On this kit, the rear window here in the back, I actually broke in half the rear window. So with this, I went with a sheet of clear styrene for the rear glass, and it didn't come out too bad. I like my results. I still have sheets of that. I thought I would try it. So sometimes if you break a windshield or a glass, and that sheet is pretty flexible. It's not very thick, but it is pretty firm. So it may be able to fill in as glass. And this one, because the back window slope is so straight, it's not very curved, it happened to work out. So, I mean, it came out okay. I could have ordered or asked for another one from round 2, but didn't want to wait. I wanted to get it finished up. So I went ahead and went with that. But when I was done, I thought, well, actually, it did not turn out too bad. I went with these Ford chrome rims for this build. The front grille with the headlights is pretty basic. That's all one piece. There's no lenses to glue in the front. I did a little panel line in the front to shadow that front grille a little, and went ahead and did the hood pins with the chrome pin. Wanted to, let me show you real quick if I can get this off. It's a little difficult to get this hood off, forgive me. There's the Ford Cobra setup with the high-rise intake manifold, top of the motor and the carburetors, you can see there, and the Cobra that elongated Cobra breather for chrome Cobra breather, but pretty basic. Again, some of these AMT kits here have these posts here that I wish they would give you something to hide those a little better, but that's pretty much the case with some of these AMT kits, as basic as they are. But I like my results. When I was done, I wasn't too impressed with the kit when I started, but I like my particular results on this. As you can see, I'm going to have to touch up these hood latches there for the build. I built this several months ago, actually. This particular build. It's being difficult today, but I built this several months ago during COVID, of course. But like my results, looks pretty sharp. I like that back fender and grill that it has on this particular model. I'm also going to this gives you the option to do the Richard Petty Ford Torino. So I went ahead and ordered the decals. I already have the decals, and I think I'm going to try and build the Ford Torino that Petty drove for a couple of years. He drove a Torino, and then later, as we know, he drove the 72, if I'm correct. I'm not sure, Dodge Charger. Also, but I know he drove this particular model of the Torino also in NASCAR. So I've already got the decals. I'm going to, I have another kit. I'm going to use that to do the Richard Petty Torino. So let me know what you think. Appreciate your observations, comments, and I hope everyone is well and safe. Thank you so much.